welcome back to another fun edition of Live from Lavender Town. It's been about time that we did Unbroken Bonds in the online game, actually, and did like a mass opening and hunted for that card that everybody's looking for, that Rainbow Rare Reshiram and Charizard team up card that is just...
Chararam?
Maybe.
Let's go with Chararam.
Chararam, alright. So, Chararam card, any copies of that will do. Mostly I just want to get some Fire-type trainers. I mean, I'm not expecting miracles here, but if I could at least pull one Rainbow Rare, or one Charizard and Reshiram card, that would be amazing in itself. We'll make this an even 140 packs, so we'll get these Burning Shadows and Forbidden Light real quick, just for fun, as like a warm-up, and then we'll just dive into these 136 Unbroken Bonds packs. Because, yeah, look, that's how many packs we're opening. Yay! That many. Those I'm just going to hold on to. The guy gave them to me as a fun bonus, and I'll flip them for some trainer or something that I need. Anyway, without further ado, let's open up a couple Burning Shadows, and hey, maybe we'll get the Rainbow Rare Charizard. I mean, it's not really useful in the online game, but, it'd still be a cool hit to get.
Oh, it's Lana.
Still grabbed a Guzma that can be flipped, and Lana, she's an awesome character. That's Poison's Viper is pretty handy. There's Porygon Z. I think the new Porygon Z is super playable. Oh, wow. Or maybe it's that. Well, that's 2 evolutions, though. That's a Stage 2, and Zapcam isn't all that great. So, that card won't see play. But that's kind of a unique ability. It kind of works like the Espeon EX card that had the attack that could de-evolve all your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah, oh, there's Beware. So, the whole point of that, and then Acerola, that's playable for right now. Won't be for long. All these cards are going to no longer be in Standard, which... that's a whole thing to get into. That Standard is just going to change drastically, but we'll put a pin in that because that Espeon, that's what I wanted to mention. It's such a cool card. I didn't get anything out of that. Oh well. I was hoping to get something from Burning Shadows for fun. One trade locked Forbidden Light pack. On the Espeon EX, it had an attack. It was like a Psychic double colorless, and it would de-evolve. So many, de-evolve all of your... Oh! Starting off with a gold and a porter. Not a super playable trainer, but gold cards are gold cards, and that is gorgeous. So, that is an awesome way to start. We've been getting so many good hits lately.
You got the magic touch.
I do, I guess. I do. And on the last video with Dangerous Drek, he got a ton of good stuff too, so... This is our first online opening of Unbroken Bonds. We've literally been just so behind in the 8 ball.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops is right. But, that Espeon, I wanted to finally finish. Yes, Fire Crystal! I want to get some of those. I want to get a nice play set and throw them into my Blacephalon deck. The Espeon, you would use your Decidueye to add 2 damage counters to each of your opponent's Pokemon, and you do that 3 turns in a row, get 60 damage on each of their Pokemon, then de-evolve all their Zoroarks into Zoruas, and then they'd all be knocked out. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that Espeon was a ton of fun to play.
Ooh.
That new Arcanine is awesome to run for specifically this attack here. 120 and attach 2 to your bench Pokemon, so you just constantly set up Arcanine. As long as you have a way to recover them when they get knocked out, that is an awesome card. Yo diggity. Alright, let's see what we have here. Ekans, Carvana, Litten, Devolution Spray, Duskstone. I'm going to kind of look at some of these because I haven't actually opened these online yet.
Aww.
Wigglytuff. Yeah. So, I mean, I've watched a lot of openings online, and we did our booster box, of course, as you know. Or our Elite Trainer box, rather. It'd be awesome if we opened up a booster box. I know that the physical pull rate is supposed to be brutal in this, but, man, we got some heckin' good pulls. There's the Zeraora that I think is part of the trainer box, and then a Hollow Togekiss.
And then there's the Cleffa with the Blep.
The Blep Cleffa. Yeah, the babies are kind of unique because they all just come with abilities. That's how they managed to factor them in. Because they can't evolve into Clefairy. Clefairy is the basic. So instead of making those into stage 1s, they make the babies their own thing that doesn't evolve. Metal Core Barrier. What does that do? The steel Pokemon this card is attached to takes 70 less damage from your opponent's attacks.
Yo.
Dang. Yeah, but you discard at the end of your opponent's turn. There is Tyrogue with his Eradicate ability. Oh! Interesting. They brought back Vikavolt. Not as good as the original. Oh my god!
Yay!
Oh my god, I got a full art Reshiram and Charizard GX! Oh my god!
Okay, the video's done.
We're-
Bye.
See ya, thanks for joining us. Holy crap. Let's just take a moment and like talk about this Pokemon. 270 HP, really solid. Like that's what you want from a Tag Team GX right now. The lower ones are at 240, the higher ones are at 300. 270 is a sweet spot. I mean, the more the better. But Outrage does 30 plus 10 for each damage counter on this Pokemon. You hope to not have to use that, but it's in your pocket if you need it, and it can really flip the tables for you. Flare Strike is what you try to build up for with the new fire cards, trainer cards we get, and it does 230, which is absurd, and then can't use it during your next turn, which is fine, because on your next turn, one of two things is going to happen. He's going to be damaged, and you can't get him out of there. You're going to use Outrage. You're going to get a kill with Outrage because he's going to have a bunch of damage on him. And then you'll probably get fainted too, but you'll take 2 Pokemon along with you, one from Flare Strike and one from this. Or you'll get him out and you'll have another one come in and use its Flare Strike. And then you also have Double Blaze GX, which does 200 flat for 3 fire energy, which is a great thing to have in your back pocket if you need it in a pinch. And then if you have 3 extra fire energy attached to it, it does 100 more damage, and the attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Wow, which means that Pokemon that have some kind of barrier protecting them from taking any damage, and that includes like Alolan Ninetales that everybody uses, you can just go right through that and destroy it. It's awesome. There's a reason this is the new best card in the format, and it will be all the way up until Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX come out. And then this will get tacked in, or that will get tacked in with it, or this into that. They'll be played together. It's gonna be a thing. Oh man, what an amazing! This is already great. Like we can pull duds all along, and like we got, you know, the second best card. Well, there's a secret rare too, isn't there? Or there's a secret rare, obviously a rainbow rare. There's the alternate art too. So there's that Dugong that everybody's playing to do Dual Blizzard. You discard 2 energy and it does 60 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So you hit 2 different bench Pokemon. And
It was 60.
yeah, it was 60. So if they've got like their Poiples or Inkays on the bench waiting to evolve into things, boom.
Dead.
Yeah, yeah, it can be really handy. And then you use that with the Alolan Ninetales that I mentioned, so that if you're fighting Tag Team GXs, well, they can't hit your Alolan Ninetales. So this is going great with the Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, hit and run deck. So you use Hitmonchan, and then Hitmonlee can do more damage because of Hitmonchan's attack, and then this one can do even more damage because of Hitmonlee's attack, 60 to each Pokemon. That's awesome. It's too bad Hitmontop is such a terrible card design, or character design. I've just never liked Hitmontop. Hitmonlee and Chan are so much cooler looking. Like, you just dropped the ball on that Pokemon company. And Tyrogue is my favorite baby, I think, of all the baby Pokemon. It's just so cool looking. There's the Froakie, Geodude, Meowth. Meowth goes with that nice Persian, though.
What does Substitute? It's snuggling with Substitute.
Oh yeah, a couple of them, little one and a big one. Lieutenant Surge's strategy that allows you to play it and 2 other supporters in one turn, which is insane. That's gonna see some play. And a holo of that Vikavolt. I don't think it's that playable. Fighting weakness sucks, but man, I mean, 4 energy to get 120 is a lot on a stage 2. It's been a long day.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
long day.
Okay, but seriously, let's... triple acceleration energy. This is going to be replacing double colorless, because guess what?
Everything
Oh, but the big googly eyes Venomoth that everybody loves. So let's talk about this Venomoth GX. It's got 200 HP. It evolves from Venonat, obviously. Shinobi Mastery does 110 for a leaf and 2 colorless. If you played Koga's Trap from your hand during this turn, which is not a super great trainer, but you would obviously use it with this card, then you do 200 damage. If you play Janine from your hand, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon during your opponent's next turn, and there's a lot of basic Pokemon, because Reshiram and Charizard would hit this thing, Blacephalon would hit this thing, other tag teams would hit this thing. That's awesome. And then the 10 card return GX attack that shuffles your hand into your deck and draws 10 cards, that's pretty dang handy. People will play this. They'll definitely play it. But this triple acceleration energy provides 3 energy. Only when attached to an evolution Pokemon, and then it drops off at the end of your turn. So that's going to be interesting, and it's going to see some play, and there's no double colorless left. This is a 1-turn triple colorless energy to do something. But if you put that on your Pokemon, you better have an idea in mind that you're going to be able to do what you need to do this turn, because it's going away. But that is going to be a really played trainer.
How many can you have in your deck?
You can have 4, just like any card. Yeah, it's not like a Prism or anything like that. Here's the Janine. Look at the top 4 cards and put 2 in your hand. Not great, but when played alongside the Venonat, it could be, or Venomoth, it could be really good. Here's Welder. Attach up to 2 fire energies from your hand to one of your Pokemon, and then draw 3 cards. That's a great supporter for fire decks right now. Oh my god! It's a gold electromagnetic radar! Yo! I actually just... We're getting into the physical game? Oh my god. And I just put this into my deck that I'm playing with Joanna. You can put 2... you can search for up to 2 electric Pokemon GX or EX, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Obviously, you're going to use them for GX. Obviously, you're going to probably use them for Pikachu and Zekrom. Oh, that is amazing! I can't believe it. This is going to see some play. That was a fantastic gold card to pull.
Yeah.
I am getting the great pulls right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't even take it. What in the world is going on? Mother Fire Crystal, yes, I need more of those. Got a reverse Marowak. And a Red's Challenge. This is a great card. You can play this card if you discard 2 other cards from your hand. You search your deck for a card and put it into your hand and then shuffle your deck. It's kind of like computer search, with the caveat that this is a supporter, so you can't play any other supporters for your turn. But if you really need 1 card, this will get it for you. And no other card in Standard can do that. Even now. Computer search is already not legal. So there's no other... There are cards to get items. There are cards to get trainers, or a supporter, type of Lele GX, obviously. And there's cards to get energy. There is no card to just get any card you want. Power Plant. Pokemon GX and EX have no abilities. That is going to be brutal. And this is the Koga's Trap that goes that Venomoth adding 200 damage, and by playing this, your opponent's active Pokemon is also confused and poisoned. So that's awesome, because let's say that you're going up against something that has 210 HP. You play Koga's Trap and it's poison, and it gets 10 damage, a damage marker on it. Then you do 200 damage, but plus the 10 poison damage is 210, it's knocked out. So, it's really handy. Really, really handy. And a Tangrowth. Look at him sleeping like Snorlax.
So then that one should be in attack with
Venomoth.
tag team.
The Koga's?
Yeah.
That goes with Venomoth, because it boosts Venomoth's attack.
Well, could it go for any other?
It could, but you're spending your supporter to get confusion and poison on your opponent, and hoping that they don't have a way to switch out of it. So this Charjabug is great. Even though the new Vikavolt isn't super great, this Charjabug, you may attach this card from your hand to your Vikavolt or Vikavolt GX as a special energy. Okay, this can make that Vikavolt be playable. It provides 2 lightning energy while it's attached to them. So that's pretty great. Crocodile. So yeah, the pull rate in this set is supposed to be abominable, and I think two things need to be said about that. One, the online pull rate seems to have gotten significantly better since around Lost Thunder. Around Lost Thunder, maybe even Celestial Storm, we were pulling out the goods left and right. Another power plant there. But the other thing is, we got really lucky when we did our physical opening, and we got a lot of good stuff. We got a ton of good cards, and we shouldn't have. There's no reason, considering the pull rate and how bad it's been for folks. This is one of the hardest sets to pull, and it's out of print. There's another electromagnetic radar. Oh, I was hoping. That's just not a great ability. 10 less damage from attacks. How many Pokemon do 80? That would only be doing 70 because of that. Really? Oh, Dugtrio. Alolan Dugtrio has had some really interesting cards every time it gets released. And whether or not they're useless or useful, and some of them have been, like the Gold Rush one, you cannot say that they're not interesting. You just can't. They're always a trip. Green's Exploration. You can't have any Pokemon with abilities in play, so that's a hang-up. But you search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards and put them into your hand, so that can be pretty handy. Again, it's not like game-breaking, but... Yo, it's the D-Denny TX! This card is amazing. It's pretty much the new Tapu Lele, but it's really the new Shaman EX. For the ability, when you play it from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards. So you play as many cards as you can from your hand, and you're like, well, crap, I didn't get everything that I needed out of that. Well, that's okay, because you're going to put Dedenne down, and then you're going to dump the cards you don't need, and then draw just a ton. The attacks aren't all that great, but Dedenne is there for draw power, and draw power is everything in Pokemon. It's everything. So that is an amazing, amazing pull. 50 damage for Static Shock, really meh. But I mean, what do you expect when it's there for the ability, right? And then Tinglu Return, and then you get to put it back into your hand. So if you were in a pinch and your D-Denny was at risk of getting knocked out by your opponent because it's weak to fighting, it's got 160, well, you have this GX attack in your back pocket, just like with Shaman, to return it to your hand. It really is the new Shaman. It really, really is. True story. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Joanna and I, we went to the regionals here in Madison, not to play yet. My hope is that next time around, I'll actually be playing. Like it's something I've really wanted to do for a long time. But we went there and just chatted with folks, got more of a feel for it, and then bought some cards there, just like for the sake of buying some cards. But also because we want to start decks. And then I ordered a bunch of usable trainers, and right now we're putting together 2 decks that are pretty much their expanded decks. They're using mostly standard cards, but it's their decks that would be standard if this was last August, but right before the rotation. But I'm literally 1 card away from having built the exact composition for my Raichu GX deck that uses the Pikachu and Pachirisu with an Emolga to get that Nuzzle ability. And yo, it's Honchkrow GX!
Wow. He got all the luck today.
Yeah! Ruler of the Night ability. As long as he's your active Pokemon, your opponent can't play any Pokemon tool, special energy, or stadium cards from their hand. That is a sweet ability. But it has to be your active. So
if you put Guzma in...
Well, it has to be your active when you finish your turn. So as soon as you end your turn, if he's not in your active, the ability does nothing. The ability is only active if he's your lead Pokemon. So you're gonna use Featherstorm to do 90 plus 30 to 2 bench Pokemon. So that's cool for spreading damage. 90 is not what you want out of a stage 1, but if you're using this as a disruption kind of deck, this might like hold off while you set other things up. It sticks out there. It can take a hit from most things and survive. It spreads out some damage for you, and it stops them from playing all these cards. So that can be cool. And then Unfair GX, your opponent reveals their hand and you discard 2 cards from it. Not the most amazing GX attack, but it has a use. It has a niche. It'll see play. It'll see play for that reason. Yeah. So I'm running that Pikachu and Pachirisu deck that just sets up energy so quick. Martial Arts Dojo, oh my god. Both the attacks of any non-Ultra Beast with fighting energy on them do 10 more damage to your opponent's active. If the attacking player has more prize cards remaining than their opponent, they do 40 more instead. So you really got to be careful once you leave the prize game. They're going to start dealing out the damage. Yo, it's a Rainbow Rare Celesteela GX. Wow, that is pretty. It's got 200 HP. Yeah, it's got Force Canceller. As long as it's your active, prevent all effects of your opponent's GX attacks, including damage done to your Pokemon.
So that's
just GX attacks.
Is that the attack from Ninetales? Pretty much.
No, because this only prevents, like, on this Pokemon, Discovery GX is his GX attack. That's what it protects from. It does not protect from other attacks from GX Pokemon. It prevents from their GX attack.
Okay.
Which isn't that great. Yeah.
I get you now.
That would be amazing, but no. It would make this a great Waller. It does have Power Cyclone that allows you to move an energy to one of your bench Pokemon, kind of a la Drampa. Discovery GX, count your prize cards and put them into your hand, then take that many cards from the top of your deck and put them face down as your prize cards. What a weird card. I've heard people say that they can think of ways to play it. Off the top of my head just now, I can't. I mean, 200 HP is, for a basic, is as good as it gets, so I guess in that sense it can wall up for you and give you a nice drawing GX attack, but man, protecting against GX attacks is not that crucial. And there's another triple acceleration, so that's handy. We got Tangela, and then just the Poliwrath. So yeah, my deck is the Pachirisu Pikachu deck that Robert Roots played and got to the round of 32 like a year ago and some months. Joanna is playing Espeon Garbodor, which was the deck for quite a while. It was the best deck in the world. So her final Espeon just came in now, so she's all set there. Pretty much we have all the pieces for her deck already, and more or less mine too. I'm down 1 card, but that's not a deal breaker card. And yeah.
And then this weekend.
Yes, we are going to Chicago. Look at this surprise box card. Ooh. Put a card from your opponent's discard pile into their hand. So, this is what you would do with this. That seems stupid. Like, you're giving them an item. Like, why? If you put a trainer card into their hand and then use Gengar and Mimikyu, which does extra damage for a trainer card in their hand, you just added 50 damage to your own attack against them. So that's really, it's a very... Oh, I got a full art welder! I got a full art welder! This will be played in every fire deck. This is probably the best supporter out of this set. And I just got a full art. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I cannot believe it.
I'm glad we're recording this.
Yeah, me too. This is amazing. I can't believe I pulled this. It's again, it allows you to attach 2 fire energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon and then draw 3 cards. Up to 2. So if you only had 1, you could do that too. Oh, look at it. It's just, look at the orange.
Who is she?
I was looking at the orange in the background. Good grief, she's like looking at the girl in the card.
I'll fight her.
Don't worry, baby. You're my favorite full art.
Yay!
With that Rainbow Rare smile.
Oh.
That was corny. What was the line in that's a pretty card. What was the line that everybody makes fun of from 50 Shades of Grey? She was smiling like from ear to ear, like full on 3D IMAX or something like that. Like trying to describe the smile. Oh, it's so cringy. Ooh, Genesect. What does this one do? I haven't actually looked at it. If your opponent has any Pokemon GX or EX, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. That's handy, and most decks do run GXs. Splitting Beam does 30 to 2 of your opponent's bench, as well as 30 to the one you're attacking. That's not as nice. But it's interesting. It can stick and move. It has no retreat, as long as your opponent has a GX, so... yeah, that's unique. Man, I wish I had played the Genesect from Shining Legends more. The grass
From
one.
Shining Legends.
Shining Legends, yes. Chun-Li Legends. You know, it's like a knockoff of the Street Fighter Chun-Li. Wow. 3 or fewer prize cards. So this is a great wall if you were running behind. And it discards from the top of your opponent's deck. I could see that get played in. That card is designed for milling decks. For those that don't know, a milling deck is a deck that is designed so that you can withstand hits, disrupt your opponent as much as possible, and make them draw out, make them deck out essentially. That's what a milling deck is, and that's what that card is for. He takes a lot of hits, and he discards your opponent's Pokemon. And you use other Pokemon that have abilities that stop them from doing stuff, and you make them deck out. Discard a fire energy from your hand and then draw 3 cards. That's a good draw. That's a decent draw. There'll be some room for that to play. I didn't see the attack on it, but I mean, people might tech it into a fire deck with like a Ditto to evolve into it. Another martial arts dojo. That's going to be really handy. There's the Porygon Z that I was talking about. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a special energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. That will accelerate energy like mad for you.
So then with the triple...
Yeah. Let's say that you had Eevee Snorlax Tag Team GX that has its GX attack that is like 3 colorless energy to do it. Then an extra 3 colors does this extra amazing thing, and you can attach all of that onto there. Bam, bam, and then you're off and rolling. That's pretty handy. And there are other special energy that you might want to attach too, so... like memory energy or something like that. You could do it. And this kit will get played in Expanded, because they'll still have double colorless energy, and suddenly you're throwing double colorless everywhere. Oh man. Remember when all of us thought it was really cool to play Lugia EX because it would do 20 for every energy attached to it and your opponent, and that was like a cool ability. Oh my god. That. There's that Genesect again. I haven't seen any crystals in a bit either.
Crystals?
Fire crystals.
Oh.
I'm sure I'm gonna get them. I already have 2 Elder and I think 2 Fire Crystal, and I bet I'll get the trainers. Crocodile. That's such a situational attack. 50 damage for each energy cost in your opponent's active retreat cost. Things with none or 1, it's only gonna do 50 damage. So, and that's 3 energy to do that. And this 100 damage attack that discards energy is not that great. Sorry, Crocodile. He does look like he reminds you of King K. Rool. Couldn't even remember that. Our friend Joe always plays King K. Rool. There's a 3rd triple acceleration, and there's Perugly. Yeah, that's his favorite character in Smash. Which I really want to play that with you too. It'd be lots of fun. There's good Pokemon in it. Yeah, it's got Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Mewtwo, Pokemon Trainer. I think is still in it. Yo, it's the alternate art of Gardevoir and Sylveon GX, which is an amazing card. Probably the 2nd best Tag Team GX in this set. Probably.
Are you gonna jump out the door?
Yep. I'm gonna be like Ando from Unlisted Leaf and just jump out the door. This is awesome. I think this is the first alternate art we pulled on the channel. And it has Fairy Song. It's a gorgeous alternate, by the way. Some of them I'm not super big on. Some of them I adore. Celebi and Venusaur, I adore. I think Pikachu and Zekrom is really good too. Some of them, Magikarp and Wailord is weird. And Snorlax and Eevee is really weird alternate art. I like the default version the best of Snorlax and Eevee. Anyway, Fairy Song. So 260 HP, which is great. You know, not quite 270 like Reshizard, but better than Pikarom. Fairy Song lets you search for up to 2 Fairy Energy and attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. So that's a setup attack that you really don't want to have to use unless it's your first turn. But it's a great first turn thing to do to set up. Kaleidostorm for 2 Fairy and a colorless does 150, and then you can move any number of energy from your Pokemon to your other Pokemon in any way you like, which is sick. Just sick. And then Magical Miracle. 200 damage for 3 Fairy. If it has at least 3 extra Fairy attached to it, then your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck. And they have no cards. That would be great. You just lock them out, and if they don't draw anything useful, you know what their next play is going to have to be because they don't have any options. Glorious. What a card. And I've drawn so many useful cards. I mean, the only thing I would really want, you know, I would love to get, don't get me wrong, I would love to get Greninja and Zoroark tag team. That would be great. But honestly, I would also love to just get a couple more Reshizard. Like, if I could be greedy, that's what I'd like to get. And oh my gosh, we were going to talk about how we're going to Chicago.
Uh-huh.
We are going to Go Fest, y'all. And we're heading down on Saturday. Sunday is the ticket day that we got.
Mm-hmm. With our friends. And we're hoping to meet Trainer Tips. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
That
Trainer Tips is where it's at.
Yeah, for sure. He's just such a chill guy.
And I hear that they're going to have like a little booth where you can take pictures with Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah, for you. There's going to be all kinds of awesome spawns. It's going to be a blast.
All the different food.
Yes.
Detention
gas. Not on us at the park.
Oh, no.
As long as it's your active Pokemon, you put a damage counter on each of your opponent's basic Pokemon between turns with all the tag team GXs. That's handy. Splattering Sludge does 40 and 20 to each of their bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it, which, with Detention gas, guess what? They will. So that'll see some fun play. That'll be some spread, just like Tapu Koko, but doing 40 reactive instead of 20. And adding poison damage on top of it. Like, good night.
Why does the energy spinner look like a fidget spinner?
I know! It so looks like a fidget spinner. This is such a situational card. Search your deck for a basic energy, reveal it, and add it to your hand. If you go second, it's your first turn. Search for up to 3 instead of 1. That's wild, man. What a specific thing. Otherwise, it's just basically an energy search like Professor's Letter, but only one energy instead of 2. Is it Professor's Letter? I think it is. Stealthy Hood. I remember so long ago hearing about this. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to the Pokemon this card is attached to. Remove any such existing effects. So that's neat. Another Welder. Yes, that puts us at, I think, 3. Still need another Fire Crystal. And this Malamar, which is cool. That's interesting. Hypnotic Rain. Discard a Pokemon from your opponent's hand. They reveal their hand, you discard a Pokemon, and then you use one of its non-GX attacks as this attack. So it counts on them having a Pokemon in their hand, but could do some real damage that way. Man, we are just past the 100 card threshold. Like, we are a quarter of the way through about, just a little bit over a quarter of the way through the Unbroken Bonds portion. Ooh, I thought we were going to get something there. Giovanni's Exile has a very niche use. I had to look at it again because I forgot what it does, because I know I'm not really going to play it that much. Meowstick. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Chicago's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Going to Untitled Supper Club on Saturday. Gonna do some jazz music and dress up all fancy. Oh wow. Dust Island, it makes it so that if your opponent's Pokemon is poisoned and they switch it out, the Pokemon they bring out is also poisoned. So that's cool.
Mewtwo.
Yeah, Mind Report Mewtwo. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may put a supporter card from your discard pile on top of your deck. Could be really handy. Psyshock is, just 70 damage. That's no hum. But this is there for the ability. That's what it's there for. In a very specific situation. I did. One of my favorite Pokemon. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait, you guys, for Mewtwo and Mew. Like, oh my goodness. Ah, there we go. I think I got a playset of Welder now, but I need more Crystal. More Fire Crystal.
Speaking of Mew, we got an update from Mew's owners, and he has gotten so big.
Dude is massive.
Yeah, he's like
Pudgy as heck.
this big and about this long, I guess.
He's big.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. We fed him as as much as you feed a kitten, and we didn't feed him like super unhealthy food. We specifically searched for really healthful stuff. I don't know, but that dude got big. But he's doing well, and he's got a playmate, and we're really happy for him, even though we do miss him quite a bit. But he's our buddy.
Forever. Or little.
Yeah. So, oh, nice Persian GX. Very playable GX. Probably of the non-tag teams, this is the most playable GX from the set. So it has Catwalk. Once during your turn, before your attack, if one of your Pokemon GX or EX was knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So that's really handy. Really, really handy. It does Vengeance, which is 10 and 20 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. You can't add more than 180 in this way, but that's 190 total. And then Slashback GX, switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So just a hit and run. Nothing super amazing in that GX attack, but this card will see play. It will. There's just no question about it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So standard, right? It's losing double colorless energy, obviously. So that's what this is for. Every time I talk about double colorless energy, this appears. It follows me. Okay, so a terrible Olympic trio. So this is gonna be that. It's very limited situational card though, because you use it and it's done. Then, and if you're in a situation where you just need 1 energy, you might still be forced to play it or miss out on attacking that turn, and that just sucks. But there's not going to be double colorless energy in standard anymore, and there's not going to be Ultra Ball in standard anymore, and there's not going to be Guzma in standard anymore. Things have gotten interesting in standard. Like in a fast hurry, standard has slowed way down. There's a ton of other cards that aren't coming back. Shadow Pain, when you play it from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put 6 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon GX or EX in any way you like. And then Twilight Poison, which does 70 and knocks them out and poisons them. Really good for kind of spreading out some damage and doing some special condition damage, but it is a stage 2. It's only got 130 HP, so there's definitely a drawback. It's Gengar, though. That's exactly what it does. That's what Gengar has always done. It has some really funky tricks that can do really seriously disrupt your opponent, but it's also very much, it's a glass cannon. Roast Reveal, discard a Fire Energy, and then draw 3 cards, which is good draw support. Victory Bell. That's such awesome Victory Bell art, I have to say.
It's upside down.
And it uses reactive poison. This would kind of be teched in with the Celebi and Venusaur, or that Alolan Muck GX that does all the status effects, because it's got reactive poison that does 60 more damage for each special condition. Lots of special condition stuff in this set too. And man, kind of slowed down a bit on the hits. Still searching. Yes, another Fire Crystal. I think that's 3.
3, yeah.
So we're still searching for that Greninja Zoroark tag team. And I mean Machamp and Marshadow, but it's the worst tag team GX release so far, unfortunately. I hate to say it. I didn't want that to be the case for them, but it is. When your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out, flip a coin. If heads, choose which of your opponent's bench Pokemon becomes their new active Pokemon.
Stir the brain.
That's awesome to have this sitting on your bench, and you can use this. He's sitting on your bench. You knock him out with your primary Pokemon, and you use this ability. You choose which of his Pokemon comes out next, and it becomes their new active Pokemon. And with so many fewer switching options in Standard, that can be really unique. It's a very specific niche where you would put that in, but I could see it. I could definitely see it. Kyurem, you're so pretty. There's a Rainbow Rare Honchkrow GX. Nice.
Yo.
Very pretty card. Not the Rainbow Rare I would have wanted, but a Rainbow Rare and a Honchkrow nonetheless. No offense, Honchkrow. There are worse options.
Like
Celesteela, I don't know, it's kind of weird, which I also got. And Marshadow and Machamp, but a tag team is still going to have some trade value, so. Oh, another Persian GX! Nice. Awesome. Back-to-back GXs in a row. Can we do it again?
for the triple cheeseburger.
Yes. Can we get 3? We've done it before. It doesn't happen on every video, but lately it seems we're getting more and more hits, and if it ever were to happen, it would be now. Oh, I thought for a second. I thought. We really, I mean, man, we got the big one early. Because we hit
got
the
2 gold cards.
2 gold cards, and oh, and there's the Celesteela I was teasing. Sorry, Celesteela. So 3 out of 4 ain't bad. We got 2 gold cards, one of which was from Ultra Prism and is not that great, but the other one is great. And we got a full art Reshiram and Charizard, which can only be described as great. What does Soundveil do when you play it from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon? You may prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon, till the end of your opponent's next turn. So that's pretty cool. And you've got Severe Poison with 4 damage counters between turns, plus 60 up front. And a new Vileplume. The Vileplume from a couple sets ago was really great. And this one adds special conditions, so that's cool. Goes with that Victory Bell. I think this is the halfway point. So I think was it 134? No, it was 138, right? Mm-hmm. So we were at 76. We were at the halfway point. Oh well. Crocodile. Yeah, we're starting to hit a lot of doubles. A lot. But there's still plenty of Ultra Rares we have not hit yet. There are plenty in this set. This set has a lot. And we have really only scratched the surface. I take what I said back about Likeable. It's not the worst card because of Charjabug. But the drawback is, to use Charjabug's ability to attach itself as 2 Lightning Energy to Vikavolt, it removes the ability to have that Charjabug to evolve into it in the first place.
It's so flappy.
It is, and it's got Crazy Code, and it's a great ability. Remember Moline?
Yeah.
From the show? He dressed up as Professor Kukui's alter ego to protect his identity. Professor Burnett, if you're watching this, I didn't say that at all. Definitely the Masked Royal is not Kukui. I never said that. When did you hear me say that? Yeah, right, exactly. He sure popularized Darkest Lariat for a lot of folks. It is a really cool name for an attack. Gathering of Cats. Oh yeah, that Persian gets played too with the Persian deck. I forget what the ability does. If I get another one, I'll be sure to check and not just fly past it like I did. Dang. Okay, where are the good ones? We got some duds. I'm greedy. I want the good GXs and ultra rares. Gold? No. Kartana. Big cut does 10. And if you have exactly 4, it does 120. It's very specific, but that's just like Buzzwole, Baby Buzzwole. And then False Swipe. Boy, depends on a coin flip though. If heads, you put damage until they're down to 10 HP. That is so specific. You could tech in like Victini or Lucky Coin, and then you get to flip it again, so you get 2 chances. But that is super situational. I would not want to roll the dice. 75% easy to be good at. Sharpedo and other greens. Yeah, we saw that kid at Madison Regionals. He opened up, he just came up, bought 3 packs right away, just went rip, and pulled a full art greens exploration like nothing. And of course he wasn't happy. Ooh, a Hollow Reds. Of course he wasn't happy though, because he was there for one thing, and I think we all know what that is. It's Rainbow Rare, Reshiram, and Charizard. Frankly, I don't care for Rainbow Rares in general. So I'm telling you right now, if I get it in this video, I'm flipping that for other Reshizards. I haven't checked their prices. Anyway, ignore all the energy and the attack cost of each of your Pokemon in play that has the Catterday attack. Oh, interesting. Oh, and another Honchkrow. I'm not playing a Honchkrow deck, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. Honchkrow is cool, but new Honchkrow is coming out. Like soon. I need to make a meme. You know the Mom, can we have blank? And then she says we have blank at home, and then blank at home is never. Oh no. You know it would. Oh yeah, you could. So you would do the new one for the can we have blank, and then the blank at home would be Honchkrow instead of that new awesome Steel Raven that we're getting. You could also do a you versus the guy she told you not to worry about. You're the Honchkrow, and he's that, again, awesome Steel Raven. Guys, did you watch the reveal? Oh my god. What does this Marshadow do? Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard any stadium card in play. And if you do, you discard this Pokemon too. Another Hollow Reds. This isn't as good as the other Marshadow was. That was an amazing card. But the one from Shining Legends that allows you to draw. But oh my god, the reveal trailer. Another welder. Now I got an extra. That is awesome. What's that? Samson Oak. Oh, I thought I would get something there. For Pokemon Sword and freaking Shield. That is gonna be bananas. Like, it looks so gorgeous. I know, Dynamaxing is kind of weird looking. But, like so many other things, we're gonna get used to it. Bench Barrier, prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by your opponent's attacks. That is great. That is honestly great. That's everybody, there always needs to be a Bench Barrier Pokemon, and if it has to be anyone, I'm glad to see it be me. That's good.
It's definitely me.
Especially because there's some definite spread decks in this set, more so than in others, and it'll be nice to have something to counter that. Why did it say it was new? Oh, because I got the reverse earlier, not the regular one. Now I got the regular one. What a very situational card. You draw 2, and if both active Pokemon are the same type, you draw 2 more. That, I would not play that card. I mean, you could bank on the fact that everybody's playing Fire these days, but not everybody's playing Fire. A lot of people are. Yeah. The environmental art, YouTube, yes. The environmental art is really what got me about that reveal. Like, the way the different regions looked, the way that different Pokemon spawned at seemingly different times. It looks phenomenal. I really do, and I think we'll all get used to Dynamaxing. It's not the best thing in the world, but we've been down this road before, okay? And I know that a lot of people are cynical about the new game, but we've been down this road. By the way, the Wartortle, and then we still haven't gotten the Blastoise. We've gotten Squirtle and Wartortle, though. But remember a year ago when we were all like, oh, I don't know about Let's Go, man. It doesn't look all that good because you don't get to do wild battles, and like, what if there's no battle system at all in the whole game and it's just a dumb gimmick? And then it came out and it was friggin' amazing, and it broke up the Pokemon experience in a way that no other Pokemon game has done before. It gave you a definite feeling that there is a marked difference between how you deal with the wild world and how you deal with the competitive Pokemon battling scene. Those are two distinctly different entities. And whether or not the catching mechanic is like the most amazing mechanic ever, it broke those two things up in a way that made them actually distinct, and that was interesting. It was a risky move, but it paid off. And the best thing was the wild Pokemon walking around instead of random encounters. I'm so glad they're bringing that back for the new title, because all the beautiful areas that you run around in 3D would look still beautiful, but barren without anything walking around in them. She's singing the Slateport City song from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Yeah.
And then you used to play it super sped up, so it was like
yes.
Bell.
Yeah, I was playing on an emulator and I was speeding up some parts. I played through Platinum, so I finally beat Omega Ruby. I kept saying I was gonna do it, and I did it, and it was amazing. Can't believe I waited so long. This is gonna be something. Oh, I was wrong. And then I played through Platinum, and I see why everybody says it's like grindy and tough. It is. And now I'm on Black, and I think it gets unfairly hated, but that's become a popular opinion these days, so I'm not saying anything new, that's for sure. It was fun. It was really honestly fun. It's still fun. I haven't finished it yet. I also started playing Pixelmon. So, Pokemon all over the place.
Yeah. And watching
Five
that.
Nights
at Freddy's.
Yeah, we were watching Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's. That's been a treat. It's been a lot of fun. His reactions are they're great. They really make it. Oh man, it's been a while. It's been a while. We've been in a drought here, kind of. Ooh, still no dice. How many packs in a row have we got? Nothing. This is the most I've seen in a long time. It's been a long time since this has happened for me in the online TCG. It's just giving me love. I think it's sick of giving me love. It's like, what, we gave you a bunch of crappy Honchkrow and stuff, and now we're not giving you anything. You got all the good stuff you were going to get right away. Oh, I thought that was going to be something, though. But again, and I've said this before, the online trading card game, depending on how they adjust their algorithm, is capable of a level of randomness that the physical game is not. Like, it's really hard to open up a booster box, not get at least 4 GXs and at least 1 full art and at least 1 hyper rare. Like, it's really tough to not get that ratio. You'll see them have 1 less or 1 more or even 2 more, but for the most part, those are what you're gonna get. Always gonna happen that way. More or less. Whereas in this game, you can, and we did. We opened 35, I want to say, in a row, and got nothing. But luckily, that happened in Ancient Origins, opening that. I did just for fun, just to open up Ancient Origins, because I was like, well, they're really cheap codes. We'll make a video. Maybe I'll get this card that I wanted, which I didn't get, and I've never gotten, and I'll never get it, and I'll never play it. Hoopa EX, we're too far away from when that would have been useful. And my goodness, this has to be something. What is going on here?
Looks like you got all your good cards in front.
We've gone like 20 packs in a row without anything. This is a horrible rate. My luck died early on in this video, and it's not coming back. Yo, that's triple acceleration energy. It's a gold card. It's another amazing gold card. I can't believe we just got that. I take what I just said back. Wow, that's an amazing card to get a gold card of. I was kind of starting to like give up on standard a lot, move more toward expanded. I mean, obviously if I wanted to join the tournament scene, I would have to play standard, but so that's one reason why I'm like gonna have to not do that. The other reason is these holes. But what would make this just great would be, I don't know, just 2 more Reshizards. Is that too much to ask? Is it?
Well, you got all your gold cards.
I did. It's true. But I also want Reshizards. I want it all. But when you open up 135, you're bound to get some good stuff, that's for sure. I don't think I've ever seen an opening of that many packs not yield some results. So many packs. There we go. Finally got a play set of Fire Crystal. Only took like 100 packs to do it. Like literally 100 packs. I think I started out at 138 packs. Or no, 136. It was 136. Take that back. And this. I knew it! I knew it was going to be something, and it's Lucario and Melmetal Full Art Tag Team GX. This card is a good card. It's mostly going to be thrown into stalling decks. It's got 260 HP, which is fine. It's pretty good. You'd want more for stalling, but it's got Steel Fist that does 50. It allows you to search for a Steel Energy and attach to this Pokemon. So let's say you start out and you somehow manage to get 2 energy on there. Right now you could throw in a DCE. You can search for a Steel Energy from using Steel Fist and attach it. Next turn you attach another Steel Energy, and you're doing Heavy Impact. That's 150. So that's pretty great. I mean, not amazing, but it's something. It's a plan, it's a strategy. Without double colorless, it's a lot more complicated. But Full Metal Wall GX, 1 colorless energy. For the rest of this game, your Steel Pokemon take 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks. If it has at least 1 extra energy attached to it, which is nothing, discard all the energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That is a great stalling GX attack. You might play this for that alone, as like a tech. But you might use it to hit and live. You can throw buff padding on it because of the retreat cost. So buff padding means a lot, especially in a format where it's harder to blow things off now, because guess what else is going away? Field Blower. It's gone. It's dead now. Well, dead in August. Can't believe the things that are leaving us. Choice Band is going to be gone. Choice Band. things that I've come to define the standard format by. It's so weird for me. And I guess a lot of it has to do with the fact that I started playing this game about 1.5 years ago. So those were all the cards that you needed to get to be good. And they will be missed. Still hunting for a few more usable ultra rares. Would be awesome to get another char. Like right here. Oh, just Melmetal. Doing Melmetal things. We are down below a booster box left. What's up? Melmetal. Mm-hmm. She's slipping, guys. She's slipping. Trying to get through this as fast as I can. Wake up! You'll notice I've been faithful. I always drag across my mouse. I know what's up. I know where these gold cards are coming from. They're from Arceus. And me unwrapping these packs by going across like that is my form of worship to him. And he rewards me with Dugong. Which, that's a pretty good reward.
I wish I could have Dugong.
You can. It's in this set.
I know. Give me all your cards. Including your gold cards.
No. I don't think I will.
Why not?
To quote Captain America, no, I don't think I will. It's a new meme these days. Aggron is so cool, but... Don't worry, we're gonna get something. It's not gonna be there, and it might not be the next pack, but the next pack after that,
Something.
things. I got my fire trainers. I got more than what I was hoping. But then suddenly when I started getting more things, then I felt like, oh, maybe I'll get even more of the more things.
You got your third electromagnetic radar.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot actually of those. More than I will ever need. This is the Kobe Bryant pack because it's number 24. But I guess then number 8 would also be Kobe Bryant because he was number 8 for quite a while. I don't know why that's relevant. But since it is, this is the Michael Jordan pack. Also LeBron James. That's right.
Yeah.
Technically, 45 could also be the Michael Jordan card.
Why?
Because when he returned one time from retirement, he came back with the number 45. It was weird.
That sounds too weird.
Yeah, it's not right. 45 is a weird number to have as a basketball player in general. Yes, offense to players with the number 35 or 45. Anyway. Yikes. Back in the drought again. The back end of this, we've gotten less than 1 in 6 like we're supposed to. And I blame it on July. I'm just kidding. There's so many other things I wanted to talk about, and now I can't remember any of them. Because I'm so tired, and why did we do this when we were tired? Go Fest, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Cannot wait. Going to the Sunday event. Let's see, what else? Obviously, Miracle Twins is going to come out, and I'm excited about it.
Miracle Twins?
Yep.
What?
That's the Mew and Mewtwo tag team set.
Oh.
called Miracle Twins, which is an awesome name.
I like it.
Yeah, they are genetic twins
Uh-huh.
in a sense, but
one's purple, one's pink.
yeah, Mew is altered though, or Mewtwo's altered though, so they're not technically twins. But I mean, genetically they share a lot. Oh, Catterday.
Oh, that little fishy on there.
That's the one you use with the Persian. Oh, there's another googly eyes Venomoth.
Googly.
Googly eyes. This is actually, I've gotten fewer hits in this than I did with the tag team opening and with the Lost Thunder opening. I definitely got way more in those. But the physical box of this also gives away way fewer hits. And I did get a Charizard with Reshiram. Can't include him. Oh. But my overall average is, I think, going to be less than 1 in 6. So it's going to be below average. It's a bummer. But when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. Wish I had more Arizona tea.
Okay. Do you have any water over there?
Sadly. Oh, there's a regular Greninja in this. I forgot there was. After this is 10 more. Only 10. Let's hope we just have a bigger quantity. In general. Hit the numbers like we're supposed to. Yeah, because the last half of this has just been... I don't even have anything to talk about because there's so much dead air because we're not getting hits.
Two happy knees back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, Pixelmon's amazing now, by the way. The models look incredible. It got brought back. All the Pokemon, all Pokemon from all generations are in it. It looks great and it runs great. I love it. Playing that quite a bit. And Black. I really like the world of Black. The way that the cities are laid out and things and other welders, so those are good for trades. Man. This could be one of the worst endings to a video. I think in the last 50 packs, I think I got 2 ultra rares. I really do. That is horrid. That is so stinky. Oh, there we got the full art Greninja and Zoroark. That's pretty great. Still isn't enough, but that's great nonetheless. This one does 250, and it has Dark Pulse that does 30 for a darkness colorless, but 30 more times the amount of darkness energy attached to all of your Pokemon. It's like Zoroark or Darkrai EX is what it's like. And then it's also got Dark Union GX, which puts 2 in any combination of Dark Pokemon, GX or EX, from your discard pile onto your bench. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it, attach 2 energy cards from your discard pile to each Pokemon that you put onto your bench in this way. That's pretty handy. This is very much designed to revive Pokemon and generate energy, and it would work well with Darkrai GX. I saw somebody run a Darkrai EX and Darkrai GX deck that also used this, and it worked really well. It's a great card. Not like a meta-breaking card, but it is a great niche card. Dang. Man. If we get one other thing out of the end of this, that would really make up for the lousiness of the final pulls. Man, if I had known, I'd have held on to the last 50 and just flipped them. For anything. Yikes. Well, I can make my Blacephalon deck. So, or I can upgrade tune up my Blacephalon deck. That'll be what I'll run around with in Standard on here. But then I have other things that are more fun for me. Expanded just plays more fun in general. Like, you're not wishing that, man, you had played one less of one supporter and one more of another. This Blacephalon will see some play for sure. You know, and expanded. I mean, it still matters what supporters and trainers and things you use, but it's not this fine-tuned experience where every turn means everything because the game is slowed down and honed in. We're down to the last pack. We gotta hope to pull something. There's a reverse dugong, that's pretty cool. That's Salazzle. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Because we can't end on that note. I have a few 100 coins. Let's grab a couple packs. See what we can't come up with. Only can get 2 right now. But it is what it is. Let's open them. See what we grab. This ruins the whole 140 card even thing, but I don't care. Want to try to give the viewers at home something to end on here. And that's not it. We tried, you guys. We tried. But it was still fun. It was really fun to chat and to talk about all the new things that are happening. So much has changed in the Pokemon universe. Wooloo is a thing now, and it's on everybody's lips.
Oh,
He's cute, but my main boy's always going to be Mareep. But Wooloo, you're right. Alright, here we go. Bugger. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Got the trainers I wanted, got a couple gold cards, got one of most of the tag teams. Still don't have the Marshadow Machamp, which that's fine with me. Still don't have Aerodactyl GX and Blastoise GX and a couple others, but I got the Rainbow Rare Reshizard Full Art. I got 2 gold cards. I'm pretty happy. It was a crappy end of the box. The last 50 packs were junk. Some of the worst that we've opened on the channel. But the first 80 were just amazing.
all those gold cards.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was really incredible. So thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun too. I know it was kind of a long one because we opened up a lot of packs, but that's kind of what we've done on here. I hope to try to have more than just, you know, a couple videos a month. Not even that sometimes. We sometimes go a month without a video. Or 2. It's bad. And then we had that hiatus. The point is, we need to upload more things. Even if we're not opening like a big massive box of cards. You know, it would be cool to do videos of us playing our decks once we get them built. Like, that'd be a lot of fun too. Just something so we can have more fun, do more commentary and stuff.
Oh, that's me, Gloom. The attack.
Falling asleep?
No.
Oh, drool? No, you're irresistible. But thank you guys sincerely. We love you all, and we'll see y'all next time on Live from Lavender Town.
Bye.
Bye.